Hey, good morning. As you can tell, I've been in some sun this week. I've also done some things that were not exceptionally wise. On Tuesday, I walked about 4 miles in shoes that weren't made for walking. I had very little effect from that. But then on Wednesday, I walked about 7 miles in those same shoes, and I've got blisters all over the bottoms of my feet, and so it's made walking pretty difficult for the last couple of days. But nevertheless, I'm getting ready to drive home in just a little bit, so that won't be a big deal. It'll heal, I promise. Um, but considering this aspect of sand that we've looked at this week, this seems somewhat ironic to me. In Matthew chapter 7 and verse 25, Jesus said, "Whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them will be likened to a man who built his house upon the rock. The rain descended, the floods came, and the house stood in the midst of that storm." He said, "But whoever hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be likened to a man who built his house upon sand." We've seen several functions of sand and several pictures of sand, um, demonstrating great biblical principles. But sand is not good for a foundation to build a house on. And so those who reject the teachings of Christ are seen as foolish, like one who builds his house upon sand. Incidentally, back in 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 29, Jesus said that God blessed Solomon with wisdom, with exceedingly great understanding, and it said, and largeness of heart as the sand of the sea. We often look at Solomon's wisdom and knowledge and understanding and see that. But the text also says that God enlarged Solomon's heart. In addition to the wisdom that he possessed, God gave him a compassion for people so that he could govern and lead appropriately. And he pictured that as sand. And so I see wisdom accompanied with compassion as the sand of the sea, and then I see foolishness demonstrated in one who builds a house upon sand. So I'm not sure how ironic that is, but I wanted to point that out today. Hey, I'm getting ready to compose an email that'll go out to the congregation as it does every Friday, and send that to our secretary, and I just wanted to kind of give you the update, the plan. Bible school. I'll do a video in the morning, the Lord willing. But Bible school kicks off on Sunday. Looking very much forward to that. Look forward to preaching on the Lord's Day, and I'll probably say a word about my feet in the email as well. Um, but got a couple challenges to deal with here with with walking, but I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Not a big deal. And I hope you'll have a great day, a great Friday for His glory. Glad I can beat the tourist rush and not be driving and all that Saturday traffic. And looking forward to a wedding rehearsal this evening and a wedding tomorrow. And I'll say more about that on the Lord's Day as well. You take care and God bless.